I think she's just, I don't know, homesick or something. Maybe this is probably what it is.
Yeah.
But remember the other night when everyone was up in the room and everyone was throwing at everything kind of thing?
Yeah.
And fucking, someone said about you, her, Jessie and Kayla earlier in the season.
Yeah.
And she like fucking, she randomly threw it out. She was like, yeah, if anyone goes saying anything, just between me and you, obviously. And yeah, she was just like, if anyone was thrown out, it wasn't a thing at all, kind of thing.
She said to you that it wasn't a thing?
Yeah.
What, like our thing?
Yeah.
No, it completely was.
Yeah.
From day one.
Yeah.
And they were in a showmance together, and Jessie didn't even tell me that.
Yeah.
I didn't find out until the night we all got drunk.
Because fucking, yeah, and she completely denied that too, that they were in a showmance, because fucking, this was weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And who was up on the block then? I think it might have been Jessie on the block.
Yeah.
And I asked Jessie, I was like, because I knew Paris was lying and everything kind of thing. I was like, Jessie, it's like just one weird question. I was like, it's completely off topic kind of thing. I was like, did you and Paris, was that the first time you hooked up was last night? Because I knew Paris was probably lying.
Yeah.
And he said, no, it isn't the first time.
Yeah.
She completely shut it down, denied.
Yeah, because Kayla walked in on them, like, making out.
Oh, yeah.
In the red room one time, yeah. So it was kind of like...
Then why was she so weird the whole season, like, about, I don't want my parents to see this and that kind of...
I know, I don't like to, like, raise my voice or speak up and that kind of stuff, but it is... I don't know why she does that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to make out with people, smoke cigarettes and do that kind of stuff, and people make fun of you about it, like, that's just a part of it. Like,
yeah, kind of thing, right? Like,
you know, because I remember we were sitting on the red couch at that time poking fun, and then she got all mad, and she was like, I got family and friends watching, and you guys are making fun of me about kissing people.
She got really mad at me in the room one night.
But I'm like, Paris, like, you're the one doing it.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I love you, but you can't, like, that's such a double-edged sword.
Yeah, because she says when, she was saying when V came, I left her, but I wasn't, like, tight with Paris then either, because there were so many of us left in the house, right?
Yeah.
V came on day 6. And then me and V just gelled more, you know what I mean? Like, I had more stuff in common with V than I did with Paris.
Yeah, and it is what it is.
Yeah, and then she was going with Jessie and a slow eye, right? And then she was like, when V came, you ditched me kind of thing. I said, no. I said, not at all. I said, me and V just fucking had a lot more in common kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Same as, like, you and Jessie had more in common than me, you know what I mean? Same team kind of thing, right? Or fucking she had with Jessie to me, or Maddie had with whoever, let's just say, right? Same thing. Yeah, because she said that the other night, she said if they come trying to say anything to you, like, it wasn't a thing at all, right?
She said to you, like, I never even approached you about that stuff.
Yeah, and she randomly brought it up to me when we were going to bed after all this went down. They were like...
She confirmed it with Johnny.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's probably why she brought it up that night.
Because Kayla and her were in, like, some shouting match in the room or whatever, right?
Yeah.
In HOH. And then I guess Paris was like, yeah, me... I think she just said, like, me, Kayla, and Derek have had a thing from, like, week 1. But then I went in...
week 1?
Dude, it was, like, day 3.
What?
It was, like, day 3. Yeah.
Yes, but...
Yeah. Fuck, I don't know if I'm throwing Paris under the bus. I'm just... No, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Because I went into...
It's not,
I mean, it's all out in the air
it's
anyways.
just, yeah.
Because I told... It would just... If you heard it, it was hearsay anyways. Because I went in to talk to Johnny, and I said, hey, I'll lay it on the line. Like, you know, the thing about Paris, it was me, Paris, Kayla, and Jessie. We did it like day 3 or 4. The name of the alliance was Real Deal. We had a fucking hand thing and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, and like you'll see it. Yeah.
That's like when you used to...
What's that?
Just fucking randomly throw out the cameras.
That was it. Like the week 2 when Andrew got evicted, we all like did this for the live eviction. Except one, which was kind of funny because I think Kayla forgot to do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Jessie came up with a name. It was real because it was me, Kayla, and like me and Kayla were really close, and Jessie and I kind of had like a fucking romance, whatever. Yeah. And we were like, oh, we need, you know, I was like, and I was kind of pushing Jessie. I was like, you need to find a girl to like, you know, solidify like a really, really good 4.
What about him and Liv though? I thought they were like.
And yeah, so I knew like Maddie and Liv both kind of like had crushes on Jessie.
Yeah.
And at that time, Kayla was like, yeah, I feel pretty good with Liv. Like she's smart. I think she's here to game.
Yeah.
And Liv had a crush on Jessie. And Jessie was like approaching her, and I guess, but they just never really connected and hit it off.
Yeah.
And then we were just kind of thinking of Paris, and he was like hanging out with her a little bit. And she'd been walking around, and we're kind of like, you know, like, I don't think anyone's going to work with Paris. She's a bit of a loose cannon, you know, at that time, in day 3 or 4. Like, I think she may be a little ditzy, but that kind of thing, but I think she'll be really trustworthy. So Jesse kind of worked on Paris a little bit, and then like day 4, we all got in the red room, and we're like, okay, week 1 alliance till the end, like the 4 of us,
Yeah.
blah blah blah, and this is it. And then yeah, and that's why I don't know if you even noticed, but on Jesse's eviction, Paris is like having a really rough time because she
Yeah.
kind of wanted to campaign for Jesse, but she knew it had hurt her
Yeah.
game, so she didn't really
Yeah.
do it. So
Yeah, she was really upset that way.
yeah, so she was super choked about it, and it was funny because
But
me
maybe where the vote came from, I wonder. Secretly.
maybe I didn't even think of that, to be honest. Oh, because it was 9-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was 1 vote, and Kayla did not.
Because V did kind of seem sincere, and I don't think V would lie to me. I don't think she would have.
No.
But maybe though at the time. But I don't think she would have.
Yeah.
Because I was like, V, just between me and you, I swear kind of thing, just tell me, and it's no big
Yeah.
deal, like under the rug, right?
Yeah. So
Which is
yeah,
all
to
in the
be
past.
completely honest with you, man, like Paris has been with us since like early on day 3 and 4, and she was literally like our ears in the white room.
Yeah.
So we heard a lot of stuff all season about everything you guys were talking about in the white room. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
There's nothing like really specific.
No,
I'm not
but-
saying like there's anything I know about you.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm just saying like she was kind of our ace in the
Yeah.
hole. And then obviously as it's come out, Paris has actually, worked in the entire house. Like she's
Yeah.
fucking all over the place. Yeah, so and again, I'm not trying to
No, and that's
this is
like-
just I mean, I hope you take this as, I know the trust is broken with everyone and shit's going down, but
Yeah.
I know that you're close with her, so I'm, just throwing you exactly what it is. I'm
Yeah.
not like sugarcoating it or like any shit like that. Like
No.
we felt solid with Paris all along,
Yeah.
and she was the one, even talking you up to us, a few weeks ago, saying like Will's good, like
Yeah.
blah blah blah, this that and the other, kind of iffy about Maddie, don't know. That's why we've been kind of like tiptoeing around this whole thing.
Yeah.
The entire time.
Yeah,
But,
and like the other night, man, like fucking, it's just water under the bridge. At this point of the game,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
No, I feel the same way. It's like, again, Kayla and I are backs are against the wall, and Johnny literally was like, "Okay, I'll drag everyone in here," because he was
Yeah.
like mad at us, like saying, obviously I did target him a little more,
Yeah.
but I was still weighing both options.
Yeah, yeah.
And Ali and Liv talked to me about why it would be better to keep him, and a few people talked to me, and no one like gave me their solidified vote.
Yeah, yeah.
But people told Johnny what they were doing,
Yeah.
and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of fucked me.
Yeah.
Right. So
Well,
that's
fuck you.
how that kind of happened. But now it's another week. He put me up. I pulled myself down, and we're moving on. It is
Yeah.
what it is, right?
You're like the fucking Kevin and Dimitri last season.
Yeah. So
Literally.
I guess. Well, right now, anyways. So it's been pretty crazy. But yeah, and I'm sorry I had to drag you into that. But
No, man. And
we're sitting there and everyone's like pointing fingers at us, and we're like, well, fuck. And, if you have a chance to maybe not go on the block, you're gonna take it, right?
Yeah.
And there's only 8 of us in there, and you tried to like tiptoe around it. And I was even like, sorry, Paris, but you were gung ho
Yeah.
to get him out the whole time, right?
Well,
and,
fucking-
and I had to like try and do that. And it was a good play by Johnny to do that as well.
And
Because
you-
at the end of the day, I don't think it would have mattered. I think he was putting us up either way, but
Well-
I think he did that just to get info from him.
you know what? I think it was the best thing that could have happened because everyone is now like refresh, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
moving forward, you know what I mean?
No, new playing field.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because no one, like, if anyone's doing a triple, no one knows what anyone's going to do at this point.
No.
Right? And fucking everyone's just like, well, it is what it is. Everyone have a target on their back, obviously. And everyone knows everything about everyone. You know what I mean? Like,
That's why I haven't even, like, to be honest, I mean, we'll see what happens, but
Yeah.
like 90% sure Kayla leaves this week. And as of right now, it's kind of, and I can't even work with, I was even like, oh yeah, me and Johnny, maybe we could possibly figure something else that we can both win. But at the end of the day, 2 guys that both win aren't going to work together. They're going to try and take each other out.
they came over. When Johnny came over to grab us to go over for the big fucking family tax.
Yeah.
And then Maddie brought up something about 86 lines, and I was like stunned, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, what? They're like, yeah, we'll tell you later, kind of thing. And then Paris apparently had no idea about it at all. Like, she wasn't involved in it at all. And Maddie said it was like not one bit serious, like not one bit of a thing.
What, the 86?
Yeah.
No, it was a thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did Paris know much about it?
Did she? Paris is the one that kind of like brought it together.
What?
Yeah.
I was weird because Maddie was covering for Paris then.
Paris is playing me and Kayla, Ali and Liv, me, you, her, like the 4 of us, and then the 4 of me, Kayla, Maddie, and her. And she literally has like She's literally like playing everyone.
Fuck.
And like I talked to
Really though?
Oh, big time. Like I talked to Allie and Liv because we've had we've had Paris since like day 2 or 3
Yeah.
early on in the game, right?
Yeah.
So we feel solid with her.
Yeah.
And then like after everything blew up, we she's just there. She went up the stairs. After everything blew up in the room, we just like talked to her with Allie and Liv. We're like, so what's going on with Paris? And she's just like, yeah, Paris was saying like, Dayla, we need to get them out the whole time. Like, you know, I felt really good with Paris. Like we felt like Paris was our girl. That's how Maddie and Liv felt with Paris.
Yeah.
And then we're also like, we felt like Paris was our girl. Like she was with us the entire game. You know, we had the 3 of us. And then we had a thing with Maddie. And we had a thing with Will. And she was always like, you know, saying we gotta get Allie and Liv out. We gotta target Johnny. And so she's literally just like in these things with, like she's to be honest, she's playing an incredible social game.
Yeah.
Like very, very, very good.
I didn't think so at all until like the past week, man.
Yeah, I know. And no one's like, fuck. Anyways, I'll just say it. Like, it's nothing recent, but like weeks ago.
There's water under the bridge.
We're like walking laps and stuff in here. And
Yeah, it was the 3 of you?
You can confirm or deny this. Yeah, it was to me, Kayla, and Paris.
Yeah, I remember.
And she's like, and she was kind of throwing you under the bus. She's like, I don't know how I feel about Will. You know, she's just like, I don't know if I can trust him because I've caught him in a few lies. And we're like, what do you mean caught him in lies? And she's like, well, you know, before V left the house, she was like giving everyone information. And
V.
She's like, before V left the house, she was giving everyone information. And Paris is like, V told me a bunch of stuff about whatever. And V also told Will stuff. And she's like,
about Caleb being a rugby player.
Okay. And then
that was it. That was the only thing.
yeah, and then Paris is like, oh, I questioned Will about V telling him anything, and he denied it, so I knew he was lying. That's what she said.
Yeah, but that was me using what V said to me.
To keep to yourself.
To keep to myself.
Yeah, but so that's just her, right? You coming here to use that as, you know, I don't know if I can trust Will because I caught him in all.
And I can't remember the deal if she was a rugby player. Like,
yeah, it's no big deal at all, but it's just like withheld information.
Yeah, and she said.
There was some other fucking thing where she's like, I caught Will in a lie twice. I can't remember the other one, but this is a long time ago.
Yeah.
So anyways, I personally, from what I've seen, I think you guys have come a long way from that, and you guys are really good. But
yeah, stuff like that fucking, and like, she's always weird with me, like, lately, like, not lately, but she's, I don't know, it's a weird relationship, man.
Yeah. But on it, to be completely honest with you, man, like, she's playing an incredible social game, and Kayla and I, like, literally sat in the catacombs, and we're just like, can't even be mad. Like, she's crushing every fucking side, because she would, what she was doing to Kayla and I is she was like, you know, I feel really good with Will, blah, 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 but I'm not too sure about Maddie. And then she's going back and forth. So she created, like, it was me, you, Kayla, and Paris. We had, like, our little final 4 thing, whatever, right, that we talked about. And then Paris is kind of like, oh, yeah, and we have Maddie as a 5th, right? Yeah. We did. And then we also had this me, Maddie, Kayla, and Paris. And Paris was like, oh, we also have, like, Will as a 5th. So it was kind of like, do you get what I'm saying?
So she's trying to cover.
She's like overlapping everywhere. And then she's also, and then she's also playing, like, really hard. So obviously, you know that Allie, Liv, Kayla, and myself had, like, an agreement to the kind of triple to be like, we're saving each other to the triple. Yeah. So that agreement also, you know, included if we heard anything that was really detrimental or anything like that, like, it's a bit of information sharing as well. And so Allie and Liv would tell us, be like, yeah, Paris is throwing you under the bus hard, like, Dayla, like, we need to put him up, blah, 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 blah.
She would say to Allie and Liv?
Yeah, to Allie and Liv. And then she would come to me and Kayla and be like, yeah, we gotta get Allie and Liv out, and Johnny's our next target, and, like, all that stuff. But, so we, like, Allie, Liv, me and Kayla, we all knew that Paris was going back and forth, talking about both of us.
I never done sorry like that.
But we couldn't say anything because we couldn't reveal.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly, yeah.
So but Kayla and I honestly were like, yeah, we know she's talking to Allie and Liv, and we know she's throwing us under the bus, but we still felt like she was our girl because we had her since the very beginning. Yeah. So that's why when we talked to Allie and Liv, and they're like, we really felt like she was our girl, like, she was with us hard. We're like, holy shit, like, she's actually just fucking rock solid social game. Like, crazy.
Yeah. And you know what? And then she's always in bed, like, sometimes she'll be like, I feel like I'm doing nothing this season, like, I have a shitty social game.
She plays a lot of, like, and, like, even after I won the veto, she's like sitting in the kitchen and she's like, oh yeah, man, I don't want to take anything away from your win, and she's like, yeah, it just feels like no one even knows who I am, and like she plays it, and I'm starting to not sure if it's real or not because she plays it so often.
I know,
it's just like
man.
very like, poor me, I'm not really sure like what's going on, and
That's like after
to be
the-
honest, like even in that comp, like as soon as her and Johnny made that deal, where Johnny and her like, you know, if one of us drops, we're both safe this week. Like I'll save you. Paris was like, I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
You know, because why would she win that comp
Put
against
a
Johnny?
target on her back.
Because then she would have to make a choice.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the thing is, Paris is good with me and Kayla, Allie and Liv, you and Maddie.
Yeah.
So if Johnny would have fell and she won that comp, she would have had a very hard decision to make because she's told everyone that she's good with everyone. So she would have had to pick, like,
Her and Maddie are closer with each other, but they're close with me.
they're closer with each other.
Yeah, because fucking Maddie, honestly, like when we said about bringing her in as a fifth, like was a solo player kind of thing, right? But they're after getting really, really close, like in the past week and a half, 2 weeks. And yeah, I just noticed is like since I had that big blow up there a few nights ago, like I haven't said anything to anyone like going to bed, like they'd be studying, going to bed, and like girls saying, I'll just go to bed. Because fucking, I was like, who can you trust this point in the game, you know what I mean? And then after hearing all this, and then they were both said about like the 86 or whatever, and fucking like they were saying like they had my back and that, but you know what I mean? Fucking did they, right? At the end of the day.
Yeah, I don't know. From what, honestly, dude, like from everything I hear and from what I see, everyone still views like Will, Maddie, and Paris will like never go against each other, and they're all solid and they're all tight and like all that kind of stuff. So that's just, even to this day, that's how you guys are kind of viewed. We don't really know, but just out of the three of you, like Paris is fucking killing it everywhere else. I don't know what like you guys are doing. Obviously, you have a good social game. You haven't gone, or you did go up the one time, but I mean, you've obviously played good so far to get here.
Yeah, for sure, obviously, yeah.